World leaders have expressed horror and revulsion following mass shooting at Sydney's Bondi Beach, which left at least 16 people dead. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Isaac Herzog condemned the violence. Netanyahu accused the Australian government's policies of fueling the anti-Semitic fire, while Herzog called on Australia to confront the enormous wave of anti-Semitism affecting society.
I told them, to the Australian government, that their policies are fueling the anti-Semitic fire and that they are encouraging the Jew-hating that is rampant on the streets of Australia. Anti-Semitism is a cancer, and it spreads when leaders are silent, and they must replace weakness with strength against it. That didn't happen in Australia.
The entire nation of Israel misses a beat in this very moment as we pray for the recovery of the wounded, we pray for them, and we pray for those who've lost their lives. We send our warmest strength from here, from Jerusalem, and we repeat our alert time and again to the Australian government to seek action and fight against the enormous wave of anti-Semitism which is plaguing Australian society.
In Tel Aviv, Israelis held an emotional vigil commemorating the victims. On the first night of Hanukkah, they lit candles and prayed, giving the ceremony a symbolic meaning. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry also condemned the shooting, rejecting all forms of violence, terrorism and extremism as contrary to humanitarian values. The Turkish Ministry of Foreign Affairs extended condolences to the family of those who lost their lives, reiterating its principled stance against terrorism as a global threat. In the United States, President Donald Trump described the attack as a purely anti-Semitic act. Secretary of State Marco Rubio tweeted that anti-Semitism has no place in the world, offering prayers for the victims, the Jewish community, and the people of Australia.
In Australia, as you know, that was a terrible attack, 11 dead, 29 badly wounded. And that was an anti-Semitic attack, obviously. And I just want to pay my respects to everybody.
Following the attack, New York authorities stepped up security around Hanukkah events. King Charles, head of the Commonwealth of 56 countries, including Australia, said he was appalled by the dreadful anti-Semitic terrorist attack. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer called the violence deeply distressing. In London, people held a vigil outside the Australian High Commission. A rabbi led prayers and the lighting of the menorah, while the Metropolitan Police increased security around Hanukkah events. French President Emmanuel Macron condemned the attack and vowed that France would fight relentlessly against anti-Semitic hatred. Dozens of French Jews gathered near the Australian embassy in Paris, participating in the lighting of the first Hanukkah candle and expressing solidarity with Australian Jews. Demonstrators carried placards reading "From Paris to Sydney, Solidarity and Light Against Terrorism," highlighting the global rise of anti-Semitism following recent events in Israel and Gaza. In Budapest, Hungarian Jewish leaders marked Hanukkah with a celebration attended by police officers standing guard. Chief Rabbi Shlomo Kovesh lit a 9-branch menorah as participants sang songs and held up phone lights, emphasizing the holiday's message of hope despite the tragedy.